Cross-dressing is the act of wearing clothing and accessories that are typically associated with the opposite gender. For me, cross-dressing is a way of expressing my feminine side, which I have always felt since I was a child. I love the feeling of wearing dresses, skirts, heels, jewelry, and makeup. I feel more confident, beautiful, and happy when I dress as a woman. However, cross-dressing is not something that I do every day. In fact, I have never done it in public before. I have always been afraid of what other people would think, say, or do if they saw me in women's clothes. I have heard many stories of cross-dressers being mocked, insulted, harassed, or even attacked by strangers. I have also faced rejection and ridicule from some of my family and friends, who do not understand or accept my cross-dressing. But this year, I decided to challenge myself and overcome my fears. I decided to go out in public as a woman for the first time. And not just anywhere, but in New York City, one of the most diverse and vibrant places in the world. I wanted to experience the city as a woman, and see how people would react to me. I wanted to have fun, make friends, and create memories. I wanted to live my dream. This is the story of my first public cross-dressing in New York, 2024. The first thing that I had to do was to choose what to wear and how to do my makeup. This was not an easy task, as I had to consider many factors, such as the weather, the occasion, the style, and the comfort. I wanted to look feminine, but not too flashy or provocative. I wanted to blend in, but not too much. I wanted to be myself, but not too obvious. After browsing through many online shops and blogs, I finally settled on a simple yet elegant outfit. I chose a black knee-length dress with a floral pattern, a pink cardigan, black stockings, and black flats. I accessorized with a pearl necklace, a pair of earrings, and a black handbag. I thought this outfit was suitable for a casual day in the city, and it matched my personality and taste. For my makeup, I followed a tutorial that I found on YouTube. I applied foundation, concealer, powder, blush, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, and lipstick. I chose natural and neutral colors that enhanced my features and complexion. I also used a wig cap, a blonde wig, and a pair of false eyelashes to complete my look. I spent about an hour in front of the mirror, making sure that everything was perfect. When I was done, I looked at myself and smiled. I was amazed by how different I looked. I felt like a different person. I felt like a woman. I felt beautiful. The next thing that I had to do was to get to the city. I lived in a small town in New Jersey, about an hour away from New York by train. I decided to take the train, as I thought it would be safer and easier than driving or taking a bus. I packed my bag with some essentials, such as my phone, my wallet, my keys, and a change of clothes. I also brought a jacket, a scarf, and a hat, in case I got cold or wanted to cover up. I left my house early in the morning, before anyone else was awake. I walked to the nearest train station, which was about 15 minutes away. I was nervous and excited as I walked. I wondered if anyone would notice me or recognize me. I wondered if I would encounter any problems or dangers. I wondered if I was making a mistake or a breakthrough. When I got to the train station, I bought a ticket and waited for the train. There were not many people around, as it was a weekday and still early. I tried to act casual and confident, as if I was just another commuter. I avoided eye contact and kept my distance from others. I hoped that no one would pay attention to me or bother me. The train arrived on time, and I boarded it. I found a seat near the window, and sat down. I looked around, and saw that the train was not very crowded. There were a few other passengers, mostly men and women in suits and coats, heading to work. I wondered what they did for a living, and what they thought of me. I wondered if they could tell that I was a cross-dresser, and if they cared. As the train started to move, I relaxed a bit. I put on my headphones, and listened to some music. I watched the scenery change, from the suburbs to the city. I saw the buildings get taller and closer, and the sky get brighter and clearer. I felt a surge of excitement and anticipation. I was almost there. I was almost in New York. The train arrived at Penn Station, and I got off. I followed the signs and the crowd, and made my way to the exit. I stepped out of the station, and into the city. I was greeted by a blast of noise and movement. I heard the honking of cars, the shouting of people, the rumbling of trains. I saw the skyscrapers, the billboards, the traffic. I smelled the exhaust, the food, the perfume. I felt the energy, the diversity, the life. I was in New York. I was in awe. I decided to explore the city on foot, as I wanted to see and experience as much as possible. I had a rough plan of where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do. But I was also open to improvisation and surprises. I wanted to have fun, make friends, and create memories. I wanted to live my dream. I walked around the city, and visited various places and attractions. I went to Times Square, and saw the bright lights and the big screens. I went to Central Park, and saw the green trees and the blue lake. I went to the Empire State Building, and saw the amazing view and the long line. I went to the Statue of Liberty, and saw the iconic symbol and the ferry ride. I went to the Brooklyn Bridge, and saw the stunning architecture and the river. I went to many other places, and saw many other things. I enjoyed the sights and sounds of the city. As I walked around the city, I met and talked to different people. Some of them were friendly and helpful, some of them were rude and hostile, and some of them were indifferent and ignorant. I received compliments and criticisms, I handled harassment and discrimination, and I made friends and enemies. I experienced the best and the worst of humanity. Some of the people that I met were very nice and supportive. They complimented me on my outfit and makeup. They asked me about myself and my story. They shared their own experiences and opinions. They offered me advice and assistance. They treated me with respect and kindness. They accepted me and appreciated me. They made me feel welcome and comfortable. They were like angels, and they made my day. Some of the people that I met were very mean and hateful. They insulted me on my appearance and identity. They mocked me and laughed at me. They threatened me and cursed me. They treated me with contempt and disgust. They rejected me and judged me. They made me feel unwelcome and unsafe. They were like demons, and they ruined my day. Some of the people that I met were very neutral and oblivious. They did not notice me or care about me. They did not talk to me or listen to me. They did not help me or hinder me. They treated me with indifference and apathy. They ignored me and overlooked me. They made me feel invisible and insignificant. They were like ghosts, and they had no effect on my day. After spending a whole day in the city, I decided to go back home. I was tired and hungry, but also satisfied and proud. I had done something that I had never done before, and I had learned a lot from it. I had seen the beauty and the ugliness of the world, and I had faced the challenges and the rewards of being myself. I had lived my dream. I took the train back to New Jersey, and retraced my steps to my house. I changed back to my regular clothes and makeup, and put away my wig and accessories. I looked at myself in the mirror, and saw the same person that I had always been. But I also saw something different. I saw a person who was more confident, more courageous, and more happy. I saw a person who had grown and changed. I saw a person who was me. I reflected on my experience, and what I had learned from it. I realized that cross-dressing was not just a hobby or a fantasy, but a part of who I was. I realized that I did not have to hide or be ashamed of it, but I could embrace and celebrate it. I realized that I did not have to conform or fit in, but I could express and stand out. I realized that I did not have to fear or hate, but I could love and be loved. I realized that I was not alone, but I had friends and allies. I realized that I was not a freak, but I was a human. This is the story of my first public cross-dressing in New York, 2024. It was a memorable and meaningful experience that changed my life and my perspective. It was not easy or smooth, but it was worth it and rewarding. It was not a one-time thing, but a start of a journey. It was not a fantasy, but a reality. I want to thank all the people who supported me and helped me along the way. I want to thank the online community of crossdressers, who gave me advice and inspiration. I want to thank the friendly strangers, who gave me compliments and encouragement. I want to thank the city of New York, who gave me a chance and a challenge. I want to thank myself, who gave me a dream and a goal. I also want to encourage all the crossdressers who are reading this, who have not yet tried public crossdressing, or who are afraid or hesitant to do so. I want to tell you that you are not alone, and you are not wrong. I want to tell you that you are beautiful, and you are brave. I want to tell you that you can do it, and you should do it. I want to tell you that you will have fun, and you will learn. I want to tell you that you will live your dream.